Good morning, fellow traders. Bob Wood here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Wednesday, August the 5th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's check and see where we left out the market yesterday. So SPX again was up about 11 points yesterday. So we were pushing our way into the Corona crash gap here, which was an open gap on the weekly chart as well. And then of course we left an open gap below there too. It's like so we'll see how it handles that. But we're continuing to plow our way up right here. Right, we're above the upper trend line, so bullish still proven otherwise over the ADMA. So pre-market here, we're actually working our way into this gap a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes going into the rest of the day. Let's take a look at SPY. Okay, so SPY was a little bit tricky yesterday, right? It was a narrow range day, and then it ended up popping at the close, but on really low volume. In fact, the lowest volume since the Corona crash. In fact, even the lowest volume since before the Corona crash, even with all these other little narrow range days that were going on. But you can see here, right? So pre-market, it's holding up really well. It looks like it's forming a triangle into the open here. So we'll see how that holds. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. So kind of the big thing with the S&P futures yesterday was clearing this signal zone last night, this key 3,300 area, right? You can see we got this little triangle right here. We came back down, tested the bottom of our signal zone, came back up, consolidated, gave a little bit of a pop up, right? Didn't completely move up, right? Retest, and then we went up. And so this big gray area up here, is light blue area up here, is the Corona crash gap on the S&P futures. So it's kind of plowing its way up here, getting really tight. So we'll see how that holds going into the rest of the day. Again, we've got a major upward trend line below, so we'll see how that holds too. So that's very similar here on the MES. So let's take a look here. We've got this. This is one from just a little bit earlier, and we'll see how this holds. That's kind of a tight one to keep an eye on here today. Let's take a look at the Qs this morning. So again, the whole market is really gapping up. We're seeing, maybe except for bonds, but we're seeing gold up, we're seeing tech up, we're seeing oil up. I mean, everything's up. So still a little bit sketchy with gold up, and something just doesn't feel right. But it is what it is. We're still following price, right? We're not projecting our opinions on it. So continue to work up there. So let's see how that holds this trend line here this morning. Let's take a look at the IWM. Interestingly enough, the IWM is up pretty significantly today. So let's see how that holds going into today. Again, like we're seeing the banks up too. I mean, so there may be some support of this market. We just need to see how it behaves once everything opens in the open market. So Apple kind of choppy here this morning. So it was up pretty significantly here. We had an inside day yesterday, and then it just kind of bounced down a little bit here this morning. Got a downgrade from Bank of America. That wasn't very nice of them. So maybe they just want to buy the dip on it. So let's see how that goes here going into the rest of the day. Again, it was an inside day yesterday, so let's see what it does. Right, if it tests the inside day lows in the open market, we might see a push to at least 50% of the range of the prior inside day, and then may even work its way up higher if the market is really strong. Let's take a look at Tesla here this morning. So Tesla gapping up nicely here, so let's even get into the prior's day high and where it goes from there. AMD, this was a huge day yesterday. It's up pre-market as well. So anybody who held long over this candle yesterday is looking like they might get some follow through. So hopefully that's the case. I wouldn't be surprised to see more consolidation on AMD, but we'll still keep an eye on it and see if it gets strong. And there's a lot of put activity on it yesterday. So if the market does get weak, this might be one that they try to beat down a little bit. So just kind of keep an eye on that too. Nikola with earnings yesterday, so they've rallied a little bit here this morning. Again, keep an eye on these lows right here. It was barely below the low from 2 days ago, despite a horrible earnings deal. But just kind of keep an eye on it, right? If the shorts can't win, right, they might get squeezed out, and it is what it is on Nikola. So let's take a look at Beyond. Same thing, same situation with Beyond, right? Bad earnings, but it's barely below the 2 day ago low, right? There's a little gap down here, and so we'll see how that holds. If we do break below these levels, that could be a fast gap fill. But if that holds, then we might see a reversal off of it. So keep an eye on Beyond here this morning. Of course, Disney doesn't hurt that Mickey is doing well this morning. So he's up there over 124. If you go to the daily chart, right, we're 122 is the next main pivot level. So we're kind of in this area here. So we may see a push up to here to this 128 area if Disney does get strong. I mean, it had terrible earnings, but I guess it was better than expected. So anyway, so it's up there pretty significantly this morning. Doesn't matter, right? The price is up, so we're gonna see if it can give us any setups intraday. Wynn had a quick down move and then up, and it was chopping last night, so let's see if it gives any activity today. Square with an earnings leak yesterday. It was supposed to do earnings tonight. but apparently they had great earnings leaked yesterday, so it's up on that one. But I'm not going to mess with this one. It's at all-time highs. I'm not going to mess with this unless we get and stay above that 153 level. Otherwise, we might see a reversal on it, guys. So that could be interesting too, especially if the market gets kind of blah, especially if the Qs get blah. mRNA with earnings, so we're keeping an eye on this one this morning. It's up a little bit right here, so let's see how that goes going into the open market here today. So good stuff, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful trading day today. We'll catch you guys in the lunchtime market update. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.